Okay. Well, hello and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to another episode of Heavy Conversations. It's been a while, and fortunately, I'm here to tell you actually, I'm not in such a bad mood today. It's actually been a nice weekend. I'm a spoiler alert. As of this morning, I'm clearly the lightest I've ever been in at least a decade. We are slowly chasing 90 pounds down. A couple big milestone, guys. I mean, do you know how many times I've said I can't wait till I can say I've lost 100 pounds? And it's not that far away. Little by little, we're really getting closer and getting there. Not because I've been doing everything right. This journey is often filled with a lot of stumbling and backsliding. At least it has been for me. But you effort to get better every time. You take some considerations of what went wrong and what you could do better next time, and you move ahead. And I know publicly everyone that looks at anyone losing weight, all they really care about is, oh, look, they're really getting after it in the gym. And hey man, I've been getting after it in the gym and I'm loving it. My body is becoming available for more challenging movements for a longer period of time with heavier weights. I feel more nimble. Can you even say that a man of my size can qualify as nimble? I think not. But needless to say, I do feel more nimble. But back to why we're here for today. Heavy Conversations. Welcome back to the show. This has kind of been where my heart's been wanting to go for a long time. Listen, I know as much as anybody else listening to this, if not more, that there are so many places and so many people that can give you guys like solid nutrition and dietary and behavioral advice that will lead you to the top of the mountain. I've personally talked to at least 5 or 10 people that are experts in health and weight management and strength and mobility and all the stuff. Your buddy's gotten lucky. I've been inserted into this really cool world where I get to hang out with fit people and strong guys and some pretty smart people, and most of them are completely kind and fun to be around, and it's been a joy. So I don't feel right being the one to give you guys advice. I just don't feel like that's me. I may be the one to pass along advice here and there from here to there. um, but that's not me. I don't think so. And even someone was asking me today, are you planning on starting like a Patreon and stuff like that? And I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I want to give you guys something interesting. I want to give you guys something that may change your perspective. And I think I found it. I really do. I really think that this Heavy Conversations uh podcast and channel is really where I want to put the energy in my life for the next while. I mean, obviously, what I say, it's kind of my thing. I say mostly just a dad, right? So catchy. But that's also true, right? Most of my day I spend dadding, whether it's taking my kids back and forth to school or endlessly reminding them to do their chores or giving them their hugs and kisses and love and encouragement or asking them did they do their homework or just parenting. Guys, parenting, you guys get it, at least some of you do, and that's occupies most of my time. Beyond that, I try to spend a little time with my wife. I try to spend a little time for myself, and I don't know. I just don't think I'm the guy to be your guys' nutritional health coach and nutrition expert. You guys know that, but I know it too. But what I can offer you though is I do think I can offer you a window into some people's lives where they are fighting for their life. Some of them on a daily basis. Some of them may be winning. Some of them may be in a current state of losing the battle. But I want to showcase these people. And honestly, in a way, tonight is kind of our inaugural episode. Tonight, we are launching into where I want to go for a while. I mean, God bless Matt Wenning for coming on my podcast and giving just like some sound nutritional advice, especially for some out of shape people needing to get back into shape. I highly recommend that you go back into the channel and find that. and watch it. Matt Wenning was gracious enough to spend some time with the buddies and give some advice. Some of you guys even told me some of the best advice you've ever heard from Matt, because he wasn't being interviewed by another super athlete. He was being interviewed by someone who needs some help with their weight, and he steered the conversation accordingly. So tonight we feature Brian. Brian is a handsome young man. I think we're cousins. We're both, my 21andMe says I originate somewhere from the UK, from the great country of England, as does Brian. Brian has spent most of his life battling and suffering from his obesity. Brian is putting his health first right now and busting his ass to get strong, to get in shape, to lose some weight. And he tells some candid stories along the way. And I don't want to belabor it too long or too far. We should just get to Brian. But I will say, you should reach out to Brian. You should give him an attaboy. You should follow him on his journey and encourage him. Spoiler alert, but I'm going to just spoil it. Brian has a strongman competition coming up for the very first time, his very first one. I'd like you guys all to go and follow Brian and give him some love and give him support, and let him know that you care. And Brian's was kind enough to sit down with the buddies and have an honest conversation about his weight history and what he's doing now versus what he's done in the past. And I just really hope you guys enjoy it. Anyways, I have about 4 or 5 of these conversations lined up already. I would like to have more. If you are a fatty or a former fatty and you're interested in sharing the story of what changed your life, hit me up. Let's find out if we can align our schedules and have a conversation. These are very new. You know me. I'll probably stop doing them in 2 months. But until then, let's have some fun. Let's see if we can learn a thing or two about ourselves and about other people in this world. Maybe form a little compassion for someone with some struggles, and get better along the way. Anyways, the buddy gang is strong. I appreciate all of you that have carried with us all through this time. And without further ado, I'm introducing to you Brian Hurley. All right, bye. Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
You sound lovely as far as I can tell. Such a handsome boy. Brian, tell us about yourself. What's your full name again, please, sir?
My name's Brian Hurley. Hurley, Hurley.
Hurley, very good. And how old are you, sir?
37.
37.
My alarms were going off.
What's that now?
My alarms started going.
Oh, did it really? For your car?
No, just for waking up.
What time is it for you right now?
I gave blood earlier, so.
Oh, you gave blood earlier. Oh, very good.
I have a blood test.
Okay.
I'm a bit woozy.
Do you want to grab a glass of water or some orange juice or anything like that?
No, I'm all good. All good.
You're all good. Okay, good. Do you remember how we first how we first were introduced to each other on Instagram?
I think I might have just spotted that you were on a similar sort of journey as me and just decided to reach out. I think, or even might have been the other way around. You might have reached out to me. There's a few guys who I follow who are on a similar kind of journey as me.
First and foremost, I'm probably, like anyone that listens to me talk, I'm going to probably be a little bit of a broken record about this, but it's been so useful for me to have social media as like a resource to find other people that are like on a similar goal, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the first guy I ever met on anything, I think it may have been Facebook at the time, but it was probably Instagram, was Rob G. Rob G lives in Florida. He's a tall man, pretty big guy, very charismatic. And I saw this guy hustling every single day trying to drop all that extra weight. And I was like, oh, that's what I'm looking for. You know, what catches people's attention is just doing the hardest shit possible, right? The hardest shit possible. You're still young and strong. You seem to have really good joints, but I'm so far away. You know that really cool move where you'll see like this like tough buff chick who's usually pretty beautiful. They do that thing where they're standing on one foot, or they're there and they'll jump up on a box, and they'll do like this. I think it's called like a pike squat. I've seen a couple men do it too, where they bring the leg behind them, and on one leg they're doing like this body squat while they wrap their other leg in front of them, and then they pop back up and they're like, oh, look at me, I'm fucking awesome. And you know, like that's an amazing feat. They should be applauded for it. But what good is that doing me, dude? Like, I'm so far away from that. I can't even do like a lunch. I wanted to see big people going after it. I wanted to see big people trying to deal with their weight and fix that. And is that kind of where you're at with it too?
Yeah, I just got to the point in life where things were pretty bad and something had to change. And I'm quite lucky that my brother's quite a high level strongman. So like in the natural world, he's competing at Worlds on Saturday. Kind of round good guys all the time. I train at a really good gym with some really strong fellas, and it helps me. You know, it helps me become better and want to be better.
What's your brother's name?
Shane Hurley, yeah.
Shane Hurley. And what's the gym you train out of?
Northern Strength and Performance is called in Hartlepool, in the northeast of England. It's a strongman specialist gym. We train strongman. I'm signed up for my first competition in November, which is quite scary. But
Yes.
I just thought when better than now to try and do something scary and take a gamble.
When did this start for you? When did you like realize you had gotten heavier than the people around you?
God, I've always been this way. I've always been bigger than everybody since I was a teenager. You know,
Yeah.
and I've had so many failed diets and failed fitness classes and drop a couple of stone and then give up. Um, I've just yo-yoed all my life, and then it kind of just got to the point where something had to change in my mind rather than stop looking for the fad diet and look for an actual lifestyle change.
Beyond training, I mean, I think this is the thing with Instagram is we're here applauding each other like, you know, for me it's not like maybe it is for you guys because I have to take it easy otherwise I break down. I'm going to fix that, by the way. I'm not always going to be just like the brutalist guy on Instagram, but we're always applauding each other's like feats of effort in the gym, right?
Yeah,
But this wasn't a gym problem, was it?
no, this was just I don't even know what it was really. Just laziness, didn't care, didn't care about myself. Uh, Battling various depressions at the time, and yeah, just one day my brother got hold of me and just said, "You need to sort yourself out. Or you're gonna die," basically, and he was right.
How long ago was that?
Uh, 3 months ago,
3 months
12,
ago.
no, a bit longer, 4 months ago.
Have you
So I thank him for a lot because without him, I'd probably still be on my fast track to self destruction.
is this the first time anyone's ever had like a heart to heart with you? Like, hey, it's time to deal with this?
No, but this is the first time where I think I actually really wanted to and took note of it. People have been worried. My mum's been worried about me for years. Um, and things happen in life that were made things not ideal. My situation wasn't ideal at home, and I just got stuck in a rut. Just stuck in a routine of being this way, and then I just yeah, and then now I just after finding this strongman and this training, my life's changed, like absolutely changed. I mean, I'm proud of myself. My parents are proud of me. My brother's proud of me. My friends are proud of me. Found a job that I really wanted. And things are starting to fall into place now. And I think I feel like in the best frame of mind I've been in 20 years.
Oh, that's good, man. That's really good. I mean, what can you say against that? I mean, that's beautiful. You found it, right? So, how do you wow, that's deep. I mean, I have tried finding it before. This isn't like my first effort in efforting to not be so obese. I mean, it's I see. Okay, so we're really on opposite ends of the spectrum. Like I've been trying to not be skinny since the fourth grade.
So I mean, I'm a little older than you. You said you were always the biggest guy. I too was always the biggest guy by like a lot. Um, I wasn't so proportionally overweight as a child. It was always too much, but it just got more and more gradual as like probably into my late 20s. It just started to really take off, and I started losing control of how much I was eating and stress eating and a little bit of depression in there as well. Yeah, and but this is incredible that it's seemingly like for the first time you're really facing this, you're making such incredible some such big strides. I mean, I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. It sounds like you just sort of hit it right the first time. You got your brother, you got your gym, you've got community in your lifting. You probably already told me this, and I'm the worst for needing to ask you again. Get used to it. Uh, have you lifted before? Have you trained
Yeah,
before?
I used to lift a few years ago, but probably about 8 years ago, I got into a good routine. Got quite strong, but it was never strong, man. It was just going to the gym, and I was still going to the gym and then eating crap afterwards. And um, I gave that. I eventually fell out of that routine, and then for 7 years, I just became a slob basically, and just gained more weight and just didn't do anything other than work for the man in a job I hated. And yeah,
Do you? I heard you
it
say.
got out of control.
I heard you say stop being lazy, and I think there's. I'm such a sensitive person. I always hate when people just assume laziness is just such a big part of becoming obese or whatever. But do you think that was really what it was for yourself? You were just lazy, didn't give a fuck, or what do you think it was? Just overwhelmed with the other stressors in life? Like, what do you really think?
Not initially, no. No, I think laziness is a byproduct of it because it makes you feel lazy.
Yeah,
When you eat badly, you feel lethargic. But
that's true.
no, I think circumstances as well. My job was a very sedentary job. I was working on my own, unable to leave, and you kind of just used to eat your way through the boredom. It was kind of circumstantial in a way, but yeah, I was my own worst enemy. I can't blame anybody for it.
Sure, sure. I mean that I think that's pretty common with anybody that has any sort of issue. I keep circling back. I don't want to be so direct to associate food with like addiction, like other things are addiction, but I really think that's part of it. I mean, whether that's true for everybody, yeah, I know it's true for me. I've looked into 12-step programs for dealing with food before. I didn't find much success or desire to do that. I've gone to one-on-one counseling with like a professional counselor. I was there talking about all my daddy issues, but Fat Russell definitely needed to be addressed in there, right?
Yeah,
I was there for daddy issues, but also my obesity was definitely part of our conversations we had regularly. So, I mean, I think there's some I had this so I had quite a bit of tears last night. I texted some friends. I said I still feel so broken. I'm paraphrasing. I still feel so broken when it comes to food, right? In spite of the fact I've lost a little bit of weight, making a little success. It's just rarely is it easy for me to have a day where the food just sort of lined up right. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if easy is the right word. I mean, it probably easy. Yeah, probably rarely. Like yesterday, the food kind of lined up right, but it was the first day the food had lined up right in about 4 days. Right, I'd been sort of
yeah,
off the trail, off the bandwagon, whatever the euphemism I'm supposed to say. I'd been off for a few days, and I'm back. I'd been off for a few days, and I was hurt by it. Like, not. I was like, how are you still doing this? How are you still shoveling shit into your mouth this deep into the game? How are you
yep,
still shoveling shit into your mouth this deep into the game? And I was like, well, I have, for me, I have to realize I got hungry yesterday. I actually got hungry. It's amazing, right? It's way different than the usual shit I go for. Usually I get this appetite sensation literally that feels like a dome of energy on my brain. And I feel like I am just needing to be distracted and my body's looking for some dopamine. And God bless all these families that can keep shit out of their house. I have 2 kids and a wife, and occasionally, sometimes by my decision, let's be honest, there's inappropriate food in my house, and I know we're supposed to clean it out and all that stuff. That's great. Good for them. We don't do that here yet. Anyways, occasionally, I actually put a good day together yesterday, and I bet I was so disappointed because I was like, oh man, I still feel so broken with food. And I kind of realized, like, I am usually just driving off of pure appetite. I rarely get hungry. I like that little rumble in the tummy when you get kind of nauseous. That's hunger. That's not what I deal with on a daily basis. And I'm guessing most people of large size don't deal with hunger much. I think we're eating so often and eating such shit foods, processed shit foods, low protein, high carb, high fat, that because we're just wanting that bell in the brain, man. We're just trying to just feel a little distracted, feel a little happy. And I know for me, man, I'm not trying to put this in on you, but I know I've been like eating my feelings. I mean, eating my feelings sounds so like it sounds so small and almost like unmenacing, but it's not. It's killing me. It's eating my feelings is literally killing me. And I have to stop. I have to stop eating my feelings. I don't know. Does any of that resonate with you?
Yeah, too close for comfort. Um, yeah, I'd like to add. I've got very little self control. And I'm the same as you. I'm working hard in the gym, working so hard. I'm pushing my body past the limit I thought it was capable of. And then I come home and then I eat shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like you just hit me in the feelings there, like when you were talking. Because I was like, this guy's killed himself over this, and I do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's so easy for some people, and it's just not easy for us. And I don't know why. Why is it not easy for us?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think for most people, maybe it's in utero, right? My son Ryan came out of the womb kind of a little chunky. He's always been just a little chunky, not shot out, not fat at all, right? My son just a little chunky, right? My son Randy came out of the womb skinny as a toothpick, still skinny as a toothpick. He lives off of rice and hot dogs and cheese and milk. I know, and he's got abs. Not that he's a
Yeah,
strong athletic kid necessarily, but he doesn't overeat. He doesn't have, and I'm trying really hard to not sour him with my bad eating habits and warp it. He's very very finicky with the food. I just found out he likes
yeah,
Greek yogurt. But to your point, the why are we killing ourselves with the food? I this is where it is. This is where the conversation really is, Brian. You know, why are we killing ourselves with the food? I think it's because I think because we're servicing our appetite. I don't think we're servicing our hunger. I think our appetite is saying, "Hey dude, you're a little tired, you're a little sad, you're a little bored, you're a little bummed. You know what fixes that? Crisp. Some nice crisp fix that every time, right?"
yeah,
I pulled out the UK reference just so you know. That's for you. It's got to stop, It's got to stop. I won last night. I I was tired. I was exhausted. Um, my kid had the most ridiculous math homework ever, and it took us an hour to get through 8 questions, and but I was still able to Traeger. I made a little bit of white rice, nothing crazy. I actually measured it. I actually stuck to the measure. had some veggies, had some Greek yogurt before I went to bed. Like it came together last night, you know? But for me, it takes a monumental effort to 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 bring it together. First and foremost, like I have to have meat at my house, right? Like it's
Yeah.
my dietary my eating plans become completely unmanageable when I don't organize every piece of it. Have you put any where are you with that? With trying to plan out the meals and shoving protein into your face every chance you get and all that sort of stuff. What I know you said you're still a little off, but where tell me more. Where are you with the diet? Are you just trying to eat less of the same stuff or are you trying to change it up at all?
Well, so my circumstance at the minute's a bit tricky because I've been out of work since March,
Ugh.
and in that time, I have received approximately $300, well, probably $400 in help from the government in 5 months. So I've had nothing to live off. So I've kind of just been making do with what I can. You
Yeah.
know, my mum has been fantastic helping me out. Um, my friends have helped me out. My brothers helped me out. It's been tough, but I just eat whatever I can get my hands on. So it's been difficult, but I have been in the past in a position where I was measuring my food, weighing everything, and really enjoying it. Just like I did when I got into the gym. I get into a routine, and once I've got myself in the zone, I'm fine. But it's just breaking down that first wall, doing that first shop, going and spending $150 on clean food
Yeah. Chicken,
and just
according to
walking
what
past the chocolate and the sweets and the
yeah.
biscuits.
Yeah. It calls, right? It sings to you a little bit. You see that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sings to me too, dude. Yeah. It'll kill us. It'll kill us.
That's the reality.
That's the reality.
I don't want my parents to have to bury me.
No. I have kids I want to see. I want to see my grandkids.
Yeah.
You know? I want to be there for my wife. My wife married me till death do us part. I'm not looking to rush that. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. You're making incredible strides. I know your strength's coming up. You really do some cool shit on Instagram. Have you had any chance to lose any weight along the way, or where are we at with the scale?
Yeah, it's fun. If only my body weight would go up and down as much as the weights in the gym.
Yeah. Have you been able, where are you at with the weight loss? I know it's painful. Just so you know, where are you at? Well, how about you ask me first? Hey, Russell, where are you at with the weight loss? Well, I am still basically 200 pounds heavier than I'm supposed to be. So that's where I'm at with the weight loss. Don't let these last couple years fool you. I have spent a lifetime, decades, dieting hard, falling on my face, and getting fatter the entire time. So I got a little bit of gas right now. I'm also, like you said, similarly, I'm here at my friend's gym, like you're at your brother's gym. And I mean, I'm on all the nutrition, I'm on all the medicines for it. I'm taking testosterone. I'm taking this thing called DHEA, uh, and I'm taking semaglutide right now. So, I mean, I'm using everything. I have friends that are jacked and skinny, jacked and tan. We text each other every morning our body weight, check in often how we're feeling, how we're doing. And I can still barely string it together any success.
Yeah.
I can still barely, so that's me. So don't feel pushed to feel like this is a competition between you and I because you're stronger, faster, and more athletic than me in every way, probably lighter too. But where are we at, dude? Have you had any chance to drop any weight in the last 4 months?
I have lost about 14 kilos altogether,
That's
but
fantastic.
I'm still about 50, 60 away from where I want to be.
Listen though, man, I'm telling you, dude. I am telling you, applaud that. I spent 30 years being angry that I couldn't lose weight fast. I finally said, you know what? I'm not going to worry about losing weight fast anymore. It doesn't really matter. I'm not in a competition like you're doing. I don't have a weight to make. You know, for some people like, you know, Brandon here at the gym, dedicated no name, he's got a powerlifting meet coming up and he's trying to make weight for it. So that's driving him, right? I'm not doing any of that. I am I've been grateful enough to lose about 30 pounds a year on track now, maybe a little bit more over the last 3 years. And that's amazing. Not because it's fast, but because over time, any success matters. Right. But what's, and that sort of like, that's what everyone wants to hear, you know, how much weight have you lost? But the ability to walk with my wife, the ability to, you know, be with my kids, take the garbage out, to take out the garbage and not feel like I have to sit down in the parking lot on the grass because I'm so tired. You know, the ability to wipe my ass, actually reach my own asshole without having to use hoses and bidets and shower extenders and stuff like that. Um, you know, like how do you not be able to reach your own asshole and you're still crushing pizzas, right? That's where I am. That's where I've been. So, I mean, I totally get it. 14 kilos. So that's near 30 pounds, right? Near 30
I think it's
pounds.
about, yeah, I think it's about 30-ish pounds, yeah.
Do you, do you, do you feel any sense of accomplishment?
No, because it was less. It was more than that, and it's now more that now it's gone back up. So, yeah,
Dude, it, it would be really,
you know exactly how I feel.
it would be really sick if it was just a straight line down, you know?
Yeah,
I just popped up 5, you know? Many a times I would get to 445, feel the slightest sense of accomplishment and comfort, and then just turn the diet off without even realize I was doing it.
yeah.
It was just like my own accepted number in my head, my own set point, let alone metabolistic set points that they talk about. My own brain set point. I got a little complacent. I got a little proud of myself. I got a little happy. And next thing you know,
Yeah.
I started rewarding myself again with the same way that gets me there every time. Right?
And it's so hard to take it off. We do all the hard work, and then it's so easy to just undo it all.
Yeah. You can undo it all fast. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's kind of where I am at the minute. So I've reached out to a nutritionist. I want someone to take the reins of my nutrition, and I will pay them for it because I need accountability. Since I've gotten a coach for my training, I've not missed a single session. I've worked my butt off, and now I need that with nutrition, I think, because having that outside accountability, paying somebody to tell me what to eat, I think it'll just work for me,
Mm-hmm.
and my results will be better.
Yeah. Yeah. And so let's just put this in perspective to anyone listening. This is in spite of like some serious like financial troubles right now. But
Yeah,
this is a medical emergency.
we start. So basically, she just wanted a no bullshit, um, day to day. What am I eating?
Yeah.
And I tell her everything I eat, and I said I'm not eating as if I'm on a diet. I'm eating as if I'm just normal day to day,
Yeah.
and I'm just doing a week, and I'm sending her everything. And it's quite eye opening when you're telling someone what you're eating, when you're actually telling someone with 100% transparency how bad you actually can be,
Yeah.
when you're embarrassed to send the message. But I said, I'll give you my all because I need this. and I've been doing it. And she's actually just messaged me a few minutes ago while we've been on this call. Yeah, I tell her I smashed the full pizza the other day, the full one.
Yeah.
And I said I'll be truthful with you because this is how I am. This is how I am. How I am.
Yeah.
But this is why I am how I am.
Yeah.
I don't just eat 2 slices of bread. I eat 4. You know.
With butter.
Yep, and sauce, and it adds up.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, I don't eat that badly. I just eat the wrong things, but I don't eat that much. But then when I look at it, I probably do.
Yeah.
I'm a bit greedy, and sometimes I'll eat even when I'm full.
Yeah. Well, and listen, man, I'm a little out of my place right now because I don't know shit about shit. I can only tell you what I'm experiencing and what I'm learning about myself. This eating appetite, eating our feelings, man. I'm telling you, it's deadly. And what I mean by eating our feelings is when our body's a little low on serotonin, or look at me pretending like I know shit about science and the biochemistry. Our body's a little low on serotonin, something like that. That's probably like a quarter right. And it's like, hey, I need some help, man. Gas me up. I need to feel better. Hey, I know what gets it. Dopamine. Hey, well, you know what our best source of dopamine is, man. Go have a soda. Go have whatever it is you. Listen, man, I care for you, and I know that my roots were cousins. We're cousins, distant cousins. So I don't want to shit on your homeland too much, but everything I've heard is UK food's the worst food in the world, is everything I've heard. So I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I've
No.
heard.
Oh, we see all the comments. We see all the comments.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
No,
even.
it's actually a myth that is. Sure, there's a lot of crap here, but it's very similar to American food, to be
Yeah,
honest. Very
American.
similar.
I imagine. I'm just saying, like, I'm giving you unsolicited advice from a dummy that doesn't know what he's doing. But ask yourself, is this for my hunger or for my appetite? And
Yeah.
if it's for your appetite, pick something new. That's so easy said than done sometimes, but it is
Drink some
doable.
water.
It's
Yeah.
doable. Drink some water, have a walk, listen to a song, you know, call a girl that you're into and text her and see if she texts you back. You know, hit that dopamine some other way. You know what I mean? So I see you working, man. I know you're on a little bit of a swing right now, down 30 pounds. And did you say basically 4 months?
No, probably a little bit longer, to be fair.
That's tremendous. Well, that's tremendous.
But yeah, it should be a lot more, Russell. To be honest,
Of course.
the way I've been eating.
I know. Of course.
If I'd have been eating well all the time.
Yeah, you know, but I'll tell you when I spoke with Matt Wenning though, he made it very clear to me your body is still going to have the desire to eat to where your weight is right now, not to where you want it to be. So, you know, whether you like it or not, you're still swimming against the current with your body. Your body is still wanting to flood you in with more food than you really need. And he said you just have to dial it back slow, otherwise your ghrelin and all those other appetite hormones really do kick in. So, and I know that I know your nutritionist is going to handle all this with you, but everybody tells me the more protein, protein can be pretty cheap. The more protein you take in, not only does it, and it makes sense to me, not only does it satiate you faster, it doesn't burn. Like I think I heard Stan Efferding say on a podcast recently, for every 10 calories you take in on protein, just because of the thermogenetic effect, he said, it only costs you 7. You know what I mean? Like, so you're getting almost like 3 extra calories out there because of the burning protein. So I'm probably going to delete that out because I don't know what I'm talking about. But I just want to applaud you, man. And I want to let you know, and I mean this, I don't know shit about shit, but man, I know I'm meeting all the experts about everything. Just being here and helping Chris with his podcast, being around Mark, being around Chris, I'm meeting everybody. And it's incredible. And anything and everything I know, I will do everything I can to share with you. You can hit me up
I
anytime.
appreciate that.
This doesn't have to be just us giving each other likes on the Instagram posts.
Yeah,
Send me a message. That goes for anybody listening, by the way. Send me a message. You got a nutritionist? Good. I know some of the best in the world. I'm learning it. I can help you find your macros if you need help finding your macros. I know your nutritionist is probably going to do a lot more than that with you. Like you said, the first and foremost thing you said was there's going to be a sense of accountability, right?
yeah,
That's something that's big. So, you know, if you're looking for that, we can talk about that too. It's not like I'm ever going to be like, hey, why are you texting me what you ate again? Now, for those of you that I love that will not stop sending me reels all day long, every day, slow it down, please. Please, please. But as far as like diet, life, struggles, stress, successes, not reels, not some funny real shit. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. We're distant cousins, man. We're in this together.
yeah. You're a good man.
And we're fatties, man. We're fatties. We're fatties that are actually doing something about it. And you're old enough now.
Exactly.
You're out of your 20s. You know, you're through that naive, nothing can ever come, no harm can come from this state of life that we get ourselves so buried in. And then now we spend our
Yeah,
30s and 40s and 50s trying to dig out, and many people don't. Most don't. Most don't. So, whatever I can do,
true that.
I'm here for you. I'm here with you. You're here with me. You get that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's stop it there. No reason to keep it going extra long when you're tired and you're recovering from your lab work.
No, I'm all right. I'm good.
Talk to me soon, okay?
Pardon?
I said talk to me soon.
Yeah, sure, man.
You take care of yourself.
Take care, buddy.
All right, buddy.